Russia says the food crisis will continue to grow due to sanctions imposed on them by the West. Jane Robles will explain why live. Jane?
Kath, Moscow has pressed the West to release its sanctions against Russia, proceeding to shift the blame on them for the growing food crisis. With Russia being a significant grain exporter aside from Ukraine, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that the West must cancel what he termed as illegal decisions, which prevent the chartering of ships and grain export. The Kremlin also said in a statement after Russian President Vladimir Putin's recent phone call with Italy's Prime Minister Mario Draghi that Moscow is ready to make a significant contribution to overcoming the food crisis if the West lifts sanctions. Meanwhile, British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss commented on Russia's actions, saying that Putin is weaponizing hunger before allowing Ukrainians' grain shipments to resume by demanding the lifting of sanctions. European countries have attempted to alleviate the crisis by transporting grain out of Ukraine by rail, but trains can only transport a small portion of what Ukraine produces, and ships are required for the majority of exports. Ukraine is one of the world's largest exporters of wheat, corn, and sunflower oil, but the war and Russian blockade of its port have halted much of that flow, putting global food supplies at risk. Kath?
And Jane, what has the West have to say about Russia's allegation on the food crisis?
Well, Kath, Western officials have dismissed the blames being shifted by Russia to the West. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken did note last week that food, fertilizers, and seeds were not included in the sanctions. At the latest, reports say the Washington is working to ensure the flow of goods is not disrupted. Kath?
Thank you, Jane Robles, reporting live.